Welcome back. It's grammar time with Mrs. Clevenger again. And this week we're going to be learning about reference materials. So grab your ELA notebook and your pencil and get ready to take some notes. Here we go. Where do I find that? Reference materials. Common types of reference materials: dictionaries, thesaurus, encyclopedia, atlas, almanac, and of course the internet. Reference materials such as dictionaries, thesauruses, atlases, encyclopedias, and almanacs help us to locate information quickly and efficiently. Remember, the internet is also a great resource, but it's not always a reliable source of information. So we need to keep that in mind. Also, now that we're in upper elementary and in 5th grade, 6th grade, middle school, high school, and college, you're going to want to use other reference materials when doing research projects or papers, such as atlases, encyclopedias, and almanacs. So although the internet is a great resource, it's not our only resource. Pause if you need to. Now, dictionaries. You already know what a dictionary is. It's a book that lists, of course, definitions of words in alphabetical order. What can I find in a dictionary? You can find how to spell and pronounce a word correctly, how many syllables are in a word. For example, syllables, teacher. Teacher has 2 syllables. How many definitions there are of a word. Remember, sometimes there's more than one definition for a word. And the word's part of speech. Is the word a noun, a verb, an adjective? The word teacher is a noun. You guys know that because a teacher is a person. How are dictionaries set up? They are in alphabetical order. And there are 2 guide words at the top of each page that lets you know what words will be on that page. What if my word isn't in the dictionary? Then you need to check, did you spell your word correctly? Are you on the right page? Are you looking up a difficult word in a dictionary that's intended for younger students? That can sometimes be an issue. How many types of dictionaries are there? There are many different types. There are dictionaries that are books, and there are dictionaries that are online. I suggest you using www.dictionary.com for this week's grammar activities if you don't have a paper dictionary at home. Thesaurus. You remember thesaurus? Remember, this came up in our lesson on antonyms and synonyms. Thesaurus sounds like a dinosaur name, right? It's a book that lists synonyms and antonyms of words. What can I find in the thesaurus? I just told you. You can find synonyms and antonyms of different words. And remember, we already learned about synonyms and antonyms. Synonyms are words that mean the same, and antonyms are words that mean the opposite. How is a thesaurus set up? They are set up in alphabetical order, just like a dictionary. What if my word isn't in the thesaurus? Did you spell it correctly? Are you on the right page? Are you looking up a difficult word in a thesaurus for younger students? Remember, like I said, that can sometimes be an issue. Why do we use a thesaurus? We use a thesaurus to make our writing a little bit better. Say we're writing a paper on our Christmas break, and we keep finding ourselves using the adjective good. Oh, my Christmas break was good. My Christmas meal was good. My time with my family was good. Well, that gets repetitive and boring, right? Redundant. So we can look in our handy dandy thesaurus and we can look up synonyms for the word good. Awesome, amazing, great, terrific, fantastic, right? It makes our writing more colorful and interesting to read. We can also look up words that mean the opposite, antonyms. How many types of thesauruses are there? There are many types. There are books and thesauruses online. I suggest that you use www.thesaurus.com for this week's activities if you don't have a paper thesaurus at home. Almanac. I'm sure you're going to want to write this one down. An almanac is a yearly book that lists the important events and facts from that year. What is an almanac? Almanacs have been around since there was writing. People would write almanacs so that people knew what was going to happen during the year, kind of like a calendar book. When almanacs first started, they were full of jokes and stories and predictions, important dates, and also weather predictions. They were written for the current year, so they were mostly made of predictions. Today, most almanacs are factual and are written after the current year. For example, you can buy the 2020 almanac, but you can't buy the 2021 almanac now because 2021 is just getting started. Now imagine the people reading the 2020 almanac, in the future and hearing about our crazy year. How many types of almanacs are there? There are many different types. There are general almanacs that cover all different topics, but there are also almanacs that cover specific topics. For example, sports almanacs, nutrition almanacs, almanacs that are dedicated to a specific city or audience. Encyclopedia. Encyclopedia is a set of books that gives information on topics listed alphabetically. So they're not just one book, they're a set of books. And there's one book for each letter of the alphabet. What can I find in an encyclopedia? Encyclopedias will have alphabetical information on almost any topic that you can think of. You want to learn more about space? You can look that up in the S book of encyclopedias. How is an encyclopedia set up? They are set up, once again, in alphabetical order. And like I said, there's multiple books, one for each letter of the alphabet. If you want to learn more about cats, then you would look in the C book. Note, if you're looking up a certain person, you need to look that person up by the first letter of their last name. For example, say you're doing a research paper on Abraham Lincoln. You're going to not pull the A book for Abraham. You're going to pull the L encyclopedia book for Lincoln. So when you're looking up a historical or famous person, you're going to want to look up the first letter of their last name. Michael Jackson, you're going to look up J. Neil Armstrong, A for Armstrong, not Neil. What if my topic isn't in the encyclopedia? Once again, did you spell it correctly? Are you on the right page? You might need to change your word to a synonym or your original word. How many types of encyclopedias are there? Once again, there are many different types. There are encyclopedias that are a set of books and encyclopedias that are also online. For this week's activities, I suggest using www.britannica.com in case you don't have a set of encyclopedias handy at home. What is an atlas? An atlas is a book of maps. What can I find in an atlas? You guessed it, you can find maps of many different places. For example, the world atlas, a specific continent, a specific country like France, a state like California, a city like Hesperia, a town, or even a neighborhood. What if my place isn't in my atlas? Once again, check that you spelled it correctly. Are you looking on the right page? And are you looking in the right atlas? Are you looking for a country in an atlas that has states in it? For example, if you want to know or look at maps of Paris, France, then you're not going to be looking in the Atlas of California. So you need to make sure that you're looking in the right atlas for what it is you're looking for. How many types of atlases are there? Once again, there are many different types. There are atlases that are books and atlases that are online. www.nationalatlas.gov is the link I suggest for this week's activities. I'm going to go ahead and stop right there. Now you're going to go on and continue working on your grammar slides this week on reference materials, and I will see you guys next time. Have a great week, everybody. Bye.